So there's two formulas that you need to know for your quiz tomorrow. One of them is a sub n is equal to a sub 1 plus n minus 1 times d. This one you have to know for tomorrow. Gotta memorize by your memory. Gotta have it in your head tomorrow. The other one, the sum formula, is s sub n is equal to n over 2 times a sub 1 plus a sub n. This one's going to be given to you. But you have to make sure you know the first one. It's not going to be given. All right, so I want to do a few questions together, and then if you guys want to see more, we can do more. But let's take a look at number 2. So it says write the first 5 terms of the sequence. So we're going to start with our first term, so a sub 1. We just plug 1 into the end, so we have 3 times 1 over 1 squared minus 2. So it would be 3 over 1 minus 2. What's 1 minus 2? Negative 1. So 3 over negative 1 would be negative 3. So that would be our first term. We do the same thing to find the second one, but we're going to plug in 2. So 3 times 2 over 2 squared minus 2. So 6 over 4 minus 2. Which is 6 over 2, and 6 over 2 simplifies to 3. Do the same thing for our third term, but we're going to plug in 3. So 3 times 3 over 3 squared minus 2. That would be 9 over 9 minus 2. So 9 over 7. Fourth term, we're going to plug in 4. So 3 times 4 over 4 squared minus 2. This would be 12 over 16 minus 2. So 12 over 14, which simplifies to what? 6 over 7. And then our fifth term, we're going to plug in 5. So 3 times 5 over 5 squared minus 2. So 15 over 25 minus 2. Which would be 15 over 23. We can't simplify that. So these would be our first 5 terms. Awesome. Next, let's look at number 4. So it says given a sub n is equal to this equation, we have to find a sub 19. So we're looking for our 19th term. So we're going to plug in 19 into the n. So we have negative 1 to the 19th minus 1 power times 19 times 19 plus 1. So just be careful with a question like this when you have so many parentheses going on. Just do one thing at a time. Make sure you follow your order of operations. We can do it in the exponent up top here, so it'd be negative 1 to the 18th power. And then next, let's do inside the parentheses. So we have to do the parentheses inside the parentheses. So it'd be 19 times 20. So if you put negative 1 to the 18th power in your calculator, make sure you put it in parentheses. So you definitely want to include parentheses here. But what's negative 1 to the 18th power? Positive 1. So that would just be 1. And then we have 19 times 20. So a sub 19 would be 380. All right, let's do 5. This is write an expression for the apparent nth term of the sequence. Assume n begins with 1, and then find the 570th term. So when we have to write an expression or write a rule for the nth term, that's when we have to use our formula a sub n is equal to a sub 1 plus n minus 1 times d. So this one you have to have memorized for tomorrow. So to write an expression for the nth term, we just leave n as n, but plug in everything else. So a sub n is equal to, what's our first term? What's a sub 1? Negative 3. So negative 3 plus n minus 1 times d. What's our common difference? What are we adding or subtracting to get from one number? Negative 5. You can leave it like this or simplify it. You can distribute the negative 5. So this would be a sub n is equal to negative 3 minus 5n plus 5. And then combine the like terms. So a sub n is equal to negative 5n plus 2. So this would be our expression for the nth term. So this is the first part of the question, just writing the formula. Second part of the question says we have to find the 570th term. So I'm going to plug 570 into n. So a sub 570 is equal to negative 5 times 570 plus 2. So we're going to do negative 5 times 570 in our calculator. So we get negative 2,850 and then plus 2. So negative 2,848. So for number 7, we want to find the sum. So here we're going to use our sum formula. So S sub n is equal to n over 2 times a sub 1 plus a sub n. You also need to know how to find n. So n is equal to top minus bottom plus 1. So you need to know how to find n for the quiz tomorrow. So we got to find n. We need to find our first term and the last term. So n is top minus bottom plus 1. So that would be 27 minus 4 plus 1. 27 minus 4 would be 23. And 23 plus 1 is 24. So n is 24. How do we find a sub 1, our first term? We're going to plug in the number on the bottom into the equation. So we're plugging in 4 into I. So 8 times 4 minus 5 would be 32 minus 5, which is 27. Now how do we find a sub n? Plug in the top number into the I. So we have 8 times 27 minus 5. Let's put that into our calculator. 8 times 27 would be 216 minus 5 is 211. So now we're going to plug it all into our formula. So our sum is n over 2, so that'd be 24 over 2 times 27 plus 211. So S sub n is equal to 24 divided by 2 would be 12. And 27 plus 211 would be 238. So 238 times 12. So our sum is 2,856. All right, last one I want to do with you is on the last page. Let's look at number 8. So this symbol means that we have to find the sum. So we're going to use our sum formula. S sub n is equal to n over 2 times a sub 1 plus a sub n. So we need to find n, a sub 1, and a sub n. How do we find n? Top minus bottom plus 1. So 9 minus 3 plus 1. 9 minus 3 would be 6, plus 1 is 7. A sub 1 is our first term. How do we find the first term? Plug 3 into the j. So we have 1/3 times 3, which would be 3 over 3, which is 1. How do we find a sub n? Plug 9 into j. So we have 1/3 times 9. So 9 over 3 would simplify to 3. So let's plug it all into our equation. S sub n is equal to n, which we said was 7 over 2 times the first term plus the last term. So 1 plus 3. So S sub n is equal to 7 over 2 times 4. 7 times 4 is, and 28 over 2. 14. So we talked about how the other way to do these problems is plug in all the numbers from the start to finish. So you could plug in 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and 9, and then add them all together, but it's easier just to do the formula, especially when you have a question like number 7, where you have 24 terms to plug in and then add them all together. So it'll probably be a question on the quiz where you have a lot of terms where you can't just plug them all in and add them all up. So you want to use the formula. It's just going to be easier to use the formula for this type of question. Let's look at 16. It says write the rule for the arithmetic sequence given the following information. So in 16 it gives us a sub 12 and a sub 37. And we have to find a sub 1,500. So we have to write our rule and find the 1,500th term. Because the first question said write the rule. So we got to write the rule first. So it doesn't give us the common difference and it doesn't give us the first term. So we just have to use what we're given. So we're going to start with the formula. So a sub n is equal to a sub 1 plus n minus 1 times d. So we're going to use, instead of a sub n and a sub 1, we're going to use a sub 37 and a sub 12. But we always start with the one farthest from a sub 1. So start with the term farthest from a sub 1, or the first term. So we're going to start with a sub 37. So a sub 37 is equal to a sub 12 plus, now what's going to go into the parentheses here? Instead of using n and 1, what did we use? 37 and 12. So we're going to say 37 minus 12 times d. So a sub 37 is negative 99. And a sub 12 is negative 24. So we're going to plug those in. Plus 37 minus 12 would be 25d. Now I just solve for d. What would I do next? add 24. Negative 99 plus 24 is negative 75. And then we divide by 25. So what does D equal? Negative 3. So we found our common difference. But in our rule, in our equation, we not only need the common difference, D, we also need to find the first term. So we got to do that same thing, but now we're going to be solving for the first term. So we're going to set up an equation again. We're going to say a sub 12. You can pick either one. I like 12 just because we're dealing with smaller numbers. So a sub 12 is equal to a sub 1 plus, what's going to go into the parentheses now? 12 minus 1 times D. And what's D? Negative 3. So a sub 12 is negative 24 is equal to, we don't know what a sub 1 is yet, plus 12 minus 1 is 11 times negative 3. So here we're solving for our first term. Negative 24 is equal to a sub 1 minus 33. We're going to add 33 to move it to the other side. Negative 24 plus 33 is 9. So our first term is 9. So when we write our rule, we have a sub n is equal to a sub 1, so that would be 9, times n minus 1, plus n minus 1, times D, which is negative 3. So this would be our rule. You can, if you want. If we simplified, it would be 9 minus 3n plus 3. So a sub n is equal to negative 3n plus 12. So if you wanted to simplify, it would be this. You could leave it either way. These are both correct. So they're both right. So that would be our rule. That's the first part of this question. It said write a rule. Second part of this question says find the 1500th term. So 1500th term. So we're going to plug 1500 into n. So a sub 1500 is equal to negative 3 times 1500 plus 12. So the 1500th term is equal to negative 3 times 1500 plus 12. So it would be negative 4,488. So this is the second part of the question.